The ninth meeting of the GCC countries' tourism ministers convene in the state of Kuwait to discuss the future of tourism in the region. Today's meeting focuses on enhancing cooperation between the Gulf countries, recognizing the region's enormous potential to attract global travelers ahead of tomorrow's ministers' meeting. Now, joining us now is our correspondent Abdurrahman Al-Mhanna for more details. Abdurrahman, what do you have for us so far?
Good afternoon to you, Rahim, and to the day viewers of KTV2. Of course, coming to you live from Grand Hyatt Hotel, where the undersecretaries of the GCC responsible for tourism have already met and discussed, and it's an important step to shaping future tourism in the GCC. And also the ministerial meeting will also take place tomorrow, as we already have the information. Of course, this meeting have seen discussions focusing on strengthening cooperation between the GCC nations in terms of improving tourism services, and as well as ensuring smooth travel between all GCC nations. And on that note, I have a special guest, Her Excellency Sarah Ahmed Bouhadji, Chief Executive Officer, Bahrain Tourism and Exhibitions Authority. Your Excellency, it's very good to have you with us on KTV2. Can you please give us a glimpse of today's meeting generally to begin with?
First of all, good afternoon, and thank you so much for having me. Thank you for Kuwait for the great hospitality and warm welcome. Today's meeting was a successful one. It is its ninth edition, and we discussed a lot of points to strengthen the relationship and the cooperation in the tourism sector, of course. We came with so many recommendations. Maybe one of the most important one is to actually promote the GCC as a unified destination for our tourists, and we have a very successful maybe story that Bahrain did last year. We got the chance and won. Manama was the capital of the GCC, so we did a lot of activities around that to promote Bahrain as a unified destination, part of the GCC.
So also considering such points, do you think that more integration, as we've seen recently discussions around economic integration, what about tourism? Do you think there will be more integration in terms of tourism, whether it be it in terms of the visa or anything else? Are there any talks or expectations around that?
Of course, we've been discussing that, and soon it's going to see the lights. Of course, the unified tourism visa is actually in discussion, and it is now with the Ministers of Interior, and hopefully we sees the light very soon. Also, we've been discussing a unified calendar for all the GCC, just to make sure that we're all aligned when it comes to the tourism and how we promote the tourism in our destinations, of course.
Yes, and of course, finally, how have the Gulf, I mean, of course, Gulf GCC countries have worked really hard through the GCC summits and other important ministerial meetings. How far have the Gulf gone in terms of developing GCC policies, like just generally, how far have they gone?
We are there. Of course, you know, now we are on the map when it comes to the tourism. All GCC countries are actually working hand in hand into putting solid policies supports our tourism today. Of course, I think today, after this meeting, and inshallah tomorrow after the ministerial meeting, we'll come up with great recommendations and a good start for all of us.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Well, dear viewers, as you've seen, that was Her Excellency Sarah Ahmed Bouhadji, Chief Executive Officer, and we appreciate her insights. And of course, as we already heard, the important insights, and also, as well as the insights of the undersecretaries of the meeting, they've focused on discussions, as we've said, and planning as well. The ideas presented in the meeting will be taken into the discussions, and the final decisions will also be made by the ministers of of tourism tomorrow, and hopefully we'll keep you updated as we go, as tomorrow will be the final decision made and also the final meeting of the ministers' meeting. And of course, finally, we wish that all the policies and economic integration policies, or whether be it tourism policies, would be realized in the coming years.
Abdurrahman Lemhanna, we will follow up on this, and hopefully tomorrow we'll take more details and find out the final communique of this meeting. We thank you for this report.